What would you recommend for instructors of large classes?
If I was a professor, I would require students to be there and attendance to be taken down.
Maybe take attendance.
I guess like take attendance. Perhaps roll calling more often.
Because it will allow students to be more attentive, come more often.
If they can make their office hours longer,
Tell them your office hours.
or probably do like a online thing where students can go and ask questions online at a certain time. That helps.
Some of my instructors, I wish I had more office hours because they're really short, and maybe like group projects or something like that. So.
If at all possible, somehow break up the size of the class.
Maybe organize study groups or specific times where people can go to like meet up in the library and ask their fellow peers or students in that class.
Maybe have more teachers' assistants available.
Maybe put more TAs in the classrooms.
I'd probably have more than one TA or something, or assistants to help.
Put more TAs in large classrooms.
Because, I mean, you do have to rely on outside sources, but I would consider a TA to be an outside source rather than, the professor, just because they might, be more available than the professor would be.
If you have a good TA and a good lecture, then it's good.
Control the classes better, I guess, when they're bigger because they get out of control really fast.
I would recommend some type of visual notes because it's hard sometimes for people in the back to hear you or understand exactly what's going on. Or maybe some type of extra incentive for somebody who participates or sits in the front row.
Just try to make the presentations interesting so students want to come. Otherwise, if it's such a large class, they're just going to think that no one noticed that they're coming. So
have a better lecture format. Like if you can't talk with the students one-on-one, then have a PowerPoint or something like that.
Yeah.
I guess like more contact with the students. Get more.
Keep telling your students that they have the opportunity to come up to you during office hours or after class.
Maybe just be a little bit more open with students and be able to talk to them a little bit easier. Like maybe just checking their emails a little bit more, making kind of a section where certain people can go to and get help if they really need it.
Just better line of communication, just an emphasis on communication with students.
And have more interactive things with the students so that the professor can know the students better, I guess.
Definitely with getting to know the students, this may be a little silly, but have each student send a summary of themselves, if they have the time they can read it.
But somehow to personally invest in the students so that it's not just they're out there and they just teach and we're the subjects of the learning, but rather if they could seem like they care, I guess.
Just be more open to the students and act like you care.
Basically just show them that you care about teaching and you care about their education.
I would just recommend that they do a better job about kind of getting to know the students one-on-one. I know that most of the time when there's a really, really large class, it's hard, but things like email and showing up to office hours on time make a big difference.